Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda and today I'm playing with 3 different parts. So I'm going to use the Follow a Sketch February. This one's actually from February 23rd. I'm using it today because I thought the sketch would work really well with the photos that I have. And I have these 3 of my kids and my husband tobogganing on Boxing Day. And it is also a designer deep dive with Tara the Paper Snob. And the designer we're using, or the manufacturer, is either Stampin Up, Creative Memories, or Close to My Heart. And that penguin, snowman, polar bear paper and behind with the foxes is from Stampin Up. I think it's called Penguin Playtime, Penguin Pal, something like that. I got it off a clearance table when I went to a scrapbook show last year. Year before? I don't know. Maybe years before. It's old paper and it's pretty and I'm going to use it. So I am going to use that as the base big square in the background. So I'm going to cut it down to 10 by 10. I'm going to use this piece of scrap that I used on my layout from Sunday, from the sketch from the Counterfeit Kit Challenge. And I'm going to cut that in half. And then these scraps are also from my Counterfeit Kit Challenge as well from February. So that is linked below, as well as the playlist and the Facebook groups for everybody that I'm playing along with and using. So I'm going to use this scrap to mount my photos. I thought it gave some interest, but not being black. And then this blue actually fits nicely into what the penguin's wearing too. So, excuse me. So just gonna trim this off just a little bit so I can use this tiny little piece of scrap, because why not? And then the piece I'm gonna trim off, that might actually make a good penguin hat. So I'm gonna throw that into my penguin die that I used on Sunday because it's out and I can use that itty bitty bit. And then, so I was thinking that gray doesn't quite work. I had to take a break and come back to this the next day. So this is already the next day. I cut my banner in half because I don't have enough of it to reach all the way to the bottom like the sketch does. But if I do this strategic placing of papers, it will definitely make that work. Okay, so I am stretching my supplies, but that is going to go there and you won't even be able to tell. Still thinking about using this gray, but it just mutes it out too much. And I'm like, no, I don't like it. However, the back side of the penguin polar bear Stampin' Up paper is the right colors and it is cute, and I did one like a polka dot there, and it's a polka dot. So I am going to do some strategic placing of these papers too and get it in. And then as I'm doing this, my head gets in the way. I don't understand why my camera was picking up my head so much. It doesn't usually, but it does it for a little bit and then it's okay. Maybe because I'm just trying to get this lined up a little bit more, but usually I can be here and not have such a big deal. But I don't know. I just like it when my phone gets updates and then it does different things. It annoys me. And then, so I am going to put these together here. So I'm going to use my T-square, which is an awesome tool if you don't have a T-square ruler. I use mine all the time. And then line that up there, then line this up here. And it, in the sketch, goes a little bit off that piece, so I'm going to make mine go off too. I'm not so worried about lining up the dots, just those papers. Can you tell if you look really closely that there's a line there? Yeah, but unless you're actually looking for it, it's not very noticeable. So I thought that worked really well. Good use of my scraps. I have none of that paper, well, almost none of that paper left at the moment. Just have a tiny little piece, and I'm going to use that here in a minute. And then the itty bitty piece that I have left after that is just going to go into the recycling because I literally end up with like the tiniest bit left, which is awesome. I'm going to use this frame and sled for the title. And so I am going to put that polka dot in the back here, and literally that's all I'm left with is that itty bitty piece I just cut off. So that's awesome. I thought about putting it there, and I didn't want the two colors to pop through with the polka dot and the animals, and then I decided not there, I'm going to put it here, which works even better because you would have seen a whole bunch of other stuff poking through. I did cut quite a bit of the I'm going to look at this out of my video today, so just know that I look through a lot of packets of stuff before I got to these ones. So I am going to use those two trees. And yes, we're tobogganing, and yes, you want to stay away from the trees, but I thought it helped with the winter scene, and why not? And they're the same colors, and yeah, just thought they went okay. And then I'm going to put December DEC 26, 2018 underneath the photos. So this is kind of like a subtitle or the title. I don't know. I'm using So Fun as the title in that chipboard, but yeah. So I'm going to use these ones. I am going to pop ahead. I'm not going to make you watch me put all these letters down and numbers because that would be boring. Sometimes I make you, but not today. I'm going to do a little bit of peacock feather around the edge just to give a little bit of a border. And that ties in that color from the letters and in the stripes and different things. And then I needed one more thing to do, and I did want one other thing on here. And so I did pull out this label, and I did spare you from watching me go through a whole bunch of stuff again. And I'm not sparing you from the, does it go here? Does it go there? But, and then I am going to look and see if there's a tealy one. But the pink I like. The pink is the same color of pink as the frame is. So it's going to work. I decide it is good. I am not going to make you watch me with my head there, but I said for many years sledding on Christmas or Boxing Day was a favorite. And then it's just going to sit in the trees. Is there any rhyme or reason to it? Nope. I just liked the way that the pink was across and diagonal, and that's why I chose that. Does it make sense? I don't know. Does it matter? Not really. So here are some close-ups. There's some still shots here as well. You can take a look at some of the things closer up. If you are new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribed. If you like my video, that goes a long way too to helping you to put it out there for people. There are two playlists below, one for the designer deep dive with Tara and one for fast follow a sketch February with the state goddess. Thank you so much for being here today. Have yourself a wonderful day.